Angry guy here, and women are betraying every man now. Women are betraying every man now. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by subscribing if you already have it. Hit the like button and turn on notifications to never miss another video again. Now let's begin. So guys, I was looking at a comment and it was actually quite interesting. Here you guys go. So basically, here's what the person who wrote the comment, his name is the Paradox Channel. That was the initial comment. They said, if Adam didn't know right from wrong, how could he know it was wrong? Specifically to, eat the fruits and so forth. Well, somebody responded, Mr. Chaos Vicious, and he said he could not have known. And that was what made Eve's betrayal all the more insidious when it happened. As she ate the fruit beforehand, Eve knew that trying to get Adam to eat the fruit was seriously wrong of her to do, and that he wouldn't know it was wrong as she knew it was until after he ate it. Think about this carefully, guys. Yet she did it anyway, proving just how horrible of a person that she was after eating that fruit. The only way in my mind she would have ever been able to redeem herself was for her to stop Adam from eating the fruit for whatever reason. Either that or speaking up to God before Adam could and begging him not to punish Adam for eating the fruit because she thought that it was her fault as she had effectively tricked him into disobeying God, with her knowing that her doing so was wrong and that he didn't know it was wrong until after eating the fruit. Now, this is a very intriguing comment that I saw. To make it very clear, what Adam did was wrong. God told him, don't eat the fruit. If you do, you're going to pass away. So Adam knew that it was wrong to do this, but he did not completely understand the consequences that would occur from eating the fruit. Here's something interesting. As soon as they ate the fruit, it is revealed that they did gain knowledge. They suddenly realized, for example, that they were not wearing clothing. And it's interesting because when Eve went to Adam, she acted like nothing was wrong. Guys, do you really understand that for women, manipulation is the thing that they excel at? Eve knew exactly what had happened after she ate the fruit. She experienced the consequences instantly of eating the fruit. She told Adam if he ate the fruit, then they would be like gods. But here's the crazy thing. She had already eaten the fruit. So she immediately knew that that was not the case. There are a lot of people who like to argue and believe that, well, the Bible says that they did not fall until Adam ate the fruit. So that is somehow suggesting that when Eve ate the fruit, it had no effect on her. And it was only when Adam ate the fruit that suddenly they realized that they were not wearing clothing. That doesn't make any sense. Here's something very interesting about God. From what we are taught, God cannot lie. This is a very interesting thing, very interesting notion. And when you look at history, when you look throughout the Bible, can you find one instance in which God has lied to us? There are no instances where the God has lied to us. Everything he has said, he has done. This is very strange. So, how is it that God told us that this would happen and it did happen, but oh, wait, it didn't happen until after what? Both of them ate the fruit? So, you're telling me it was a magical type of fruit that was tied to them spiritually, and basically because Adam ate it and Eve is the rib of his rib, only then would they both fall and experience the knowledge. But if Adam didn't eat it, then Eve wouldn't have gained this knowledge. Guys, that doesn't make any sense. Many of you will say that, well, the story itself is made up. But even following the logic of, just entertaining the notion, how does Adam eating the fruit suddenly result in Eve realizing that eating the fruit was wrong? Guys, Eve is a deceiver. She knew beforehand what the consequences were after she ate the fruit. She knew exactly what happened, and she wanted to bring Adam down with her. And she used his heart and his fear of loneliness to grab him. This is what women do. This is how women deceive men. Guys, think about this carefully. God had given Adam essentially dominion over the earth. He gave him a job. He said, name the animals. It was his job to basically take the earth, take care of the earth. What more could Adam have wanted? Absolutely nothing. He wanted nothing and he needed nothing. There was nothing that Adam wanted. The only thing that the Bible said is that Adam felt lonely. And God created woman as a result of that because he said it was not good for man to be alone. Although it is kind of interesting because think about this carefully. Adam was created with all the reproductive parts necessary to have children. It doesn't say that God added those parts later on. It doesn't say that. Adam was made, we were created in the image of God. So that suggests that Adam was designed from the very beginning for reproduction. So it doesn't using a bit of logic, I mean, it would appear that from the very beginning it was God's intention for humans to be fruitful and multiply. And he didn't just create Eve suddenly because Adam was lonely. More so, it was because it was his ultimate decision that he wanted human beings, he wanted us to multiply. So the concept for a woman was always there. And in other stories, Lilith is referred to as Adam's first wife, but they say that, who came before Eve, but they say that Lilith refused to lay beneath Adam. She refused to essentially submit to Adam. And as a result, she left the garden and there were demons upon earth. So she went and had a bunch of demon babies. And as a result, God went and created Eve using a rib from Adam. So this really just kind of tells us that he used Adam's genetic material to create Eve, supposedly meaning that hoping that she would be more compatible with Adam, but in reality, she was still of the XX chromosome. So if you look at it like this, Lilith was XX, right? And keep in mind that when it comes to a man can has both the X and Y. So it scientifically speaking, it does technically make sense that this would be possible, right? And God created a woman using Adam's genetics then, and maybe he has all the power, so he could maybe manipulate the genes in such a way that there's enough genetic diversification to prevent any issues with offspring. But I mean, just using this logic, even then it did not eliminate the nature of a woman. Regardless of how she was created, regardless of a woman's ethnicity, regardless of a woman's genes, she is still a woman and her nature remains the same. The nature of Lilith and the nature of Eve were one and the same. And it's like, what do you really do there? But you have to think about just how evil Eve was. I mean, her name is Eve, and we can get the word evil from there as well. Evil Eve. Because she knew what she was doing. She knew that she was going to lead to Adam's damnation, and she did not care whatsoever. And as you can see, it really doesn't appear that she took any accountability for her actions. See, men are always held accountable. Women, on the other hand, they blame everyone else. But there are serious consequences. Because without men, what do women do in society? How do women survive? How do women thrive? We look at the well-being of women in modern day society today, and we can see that the lifespan of women is going down. You know, I mean, I showed you guys this article, and I've talked about it so many times, and it tells us, it shows us that women in modern day society, you know, U.S. millennial women are now more likely to pass away in their late 20s and early 30s than any generation since the World War II era. So basically, since women born in 1928. I mean, how can they be proud of this? How can they celebrate this? and yet they don't seem to care. And I look online and I see that women are making these deletion pacts where they're saying that, well, if things fall apart for them, then they're going to delete. They're going to control alt delete, self delete. And there are women saying, yes, girl, yes, I'm with you, we'll go together. And it's like, this is their plan, this is their crazy plan, that things don't work out, they can't survive, they'll just delete themselves from reality. Like, how much of an adult are you? How adult is that, where you don't get what you want so you delete yourself? Look at this article. Feminism created strong independent women who are desperately lonely and completely broke. Not broken, broke. And it illustrates that women, they follow the propagandists. Women have been fed lies by propagandists, bad actors, and women who did not like men, not for the betterment of women, but to claim power. And many women, misguided by these toxic individuals, use tropes like it's the fault of the patriarchy without really knowing that it means, by the way, the patriarchy is an active movement to suppress women is a lie. The paradox is that a woman becomes more independent, that as women become more independent, their financial needs increase dramatically. And as a result, the need for extra resources increase too. With their funds limited, women are forced to return to men to subsidize them. And this, while not only showing that many women cannot support themselves, but also shows that they're feminist and true colors. That, women on the inside, they are all feminist. Feminism didn't just change women, it just allowed women to be their true selves. The only difference between women in Western society and women outside of Western society that still have their femininity intact is because in their societies, that feminist seed wasn't given water and sunlight and allowed to grow and blossom and spread its roots all over them. Like, guys, you have to understand that modern day women, the roots of feminism have spread throughout them. It's in their feet, in their hands, it's in their organs, it's in their brains, it's everywhere. It's not removable. You would have an easier time removing Wolverine's adamantium claws, than than you would being able to remove feminism from a woman at this point, because it's a seed that's grown inside of them. It's now a part of them. They would not be able to live without it. It's deeply rooted in who they are. You can't take it away from them. They forever will have that masculine energy. And it's hard for many of them to believe it, but it's the honest to goodness truth. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't. Like the video and turn on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Guys, women are betraying every man. Now, I want to know your thoughts regarding everything we discussed here in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.